Hello, I already got us here. I hope you all are doing well today. May this message resonate with you and may you always use true discernment within every message. May the divine guide you and bring you the truth, the wisdom, and the clarity that is needed for your life, for your journey, and for this moment. Thank you all so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your positive energy. And thank you for your listening. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this message is going to be a divine activation and healing message. I'm currently screen recording the divine activation and healing digital deck. This is my personal deck that I created for those, for those that are going through a divine activation and healing. If you're looking to purchase this deck, the link will be in the description below. So I've already set the intention for this message, so I always allow myself to be divinely guided from the intention. So what is the message that we have today? Faith. Faith. So in this time, you may be having faith you may be trusting in your faith in the situation in your life. You may be trusting in faith, or you may be guided to continue to have faith or have faith in a situation. In this picture, you can see the rainbow, and you can see the lights, the stars, shining above the rainbow, and it's speaking of that there is light in this situation, and to be of light in the situation that that in the situation that is going on in your life, in the journey, in the moment in your life, being the light, and just speaking on, there's light. There's light in this situation. That's not what I'm wanting to say. There's something else I'm wanting to say. I'm going to read the message. Through faith, I trust that all that I ask for is always answered, and that all my deepest needs will be met. Through faith, I trust that all that I ask for is always answered, and that all my deepest needs will be met. And it's also speaking of there we go. It's speaking of that faith. When you have that faith, this is your light in your dark times. Your faith is literally the light that you have in the darkness, meaning you imagine yourself going through some the dark woods. There's no light at all. There's no physical light, but you're trusting your faith. Thank you, divine. You're trusting your faith to get you through the woods, these dark woods, to the end of the tunnel, to the end of to your destination, to where you have to go. You're trusting that faith. Your faith is the light. Your faith is going to be your light in this situation of whatever is going on in your life. For some, your faith is what got you to where you are now, to the abundant and prosperous time that you are in right now. And your faith is not only has helped you, but it also has helped others, in this time as well. And I'm also getting a message of learning from other people's, other people's experiences. Oftentimes we get confused with what people are going through. It can get messy of, what someone's going through, but we're not looking. I know that I'm an observer, and I like to observe things. I try not to too much look on the outside of things. I try to really observe what's going on. So if something is going on, like let's say there's gossip about something, or let's say I really don't get gossip, like there's no one come to me about gossip. So if I see gossip or anything around a situation, it's normally just from social media. I'm gonna just be honest. Or if like there's something around me, there's someone around me that may be going through something, I really try to look at what's going on inwardly. And basically what I'm trying to say here is there may be something that may be going on with someone that someone else may see as a problem, but I see as a solution. I see their faith in it. You may have a question of, you may see someone going through some obstacles and challenges, right? And they may keep repeating the same mistake, right? But that's, first of all, that's their experience. And they have to grow, and they have to learn from that. So I'm looking at, in a situation, so for someone who's just looking at things in a physical sense, you only see them going through that. But I'm a person where I'm able to say, okay, they've gone, I see their strength in it, I see their faith in it, there's something in them, and I believe in them that they will get through this. Or maybe someone's saying, maybe someone keep doing something over, they're not even trying to, they're really trying to learn, and they're really trying to grow. I see that, I feel that. And so when there's obstacles and challenges that's going on in people's life, I don't just think that they are a problem, or I don't think that, I just, basically what I'm trying to say is, I choose, it's the perspective, and that's that grace, and who are we, I've this is what I've learned. Who am I to be looking at another person's life and to dictate, are they worthy, dictate what they going through, that they need to stop, or dictate, that's their experience. And I choose to see other, I choose to see other things in their situation. I choose to see their strength, I choose to see their faith, I choose to see how they're choosing to think, even if it could be, you know in the way, even if sometimes the things that they're thinking could be in the way of, them getting to what they are needing to get to. That's none of my business. If I'm not going to help in any way, if I'm not going to help bring, to say a prayer and not pray on them, I'm not, I choose to, distance myself, or I choose to just really just see, observe, love, observe and have grace and love in the situation. I know I went everywhere with that, and I really hope that message made, sense. I really hope, that is, that you understand what I'm saying in there. This is not me saying that I am perfect. This is me understanding, knowing that, what I've been through in my life, you know, as an individual, and as I awaken, this is me learning that, okay, I've needed grace, for I've been given grace, and in my learning and in my growing, I have needed to give myself grace. And if I know that I need to do that as for my individual self, I know that others, need to feel that energy too, because when you give yourself grace, it feels more relieving, and you're able to allow yourself to grow. You're able to have that room to grow. But if there's steady energy of praying, not prayer like you want the best, but praying, or gossiping, or negative energy, that builds into a block, and that doesn't give anyone room to grow, to experience, because this is what we are here for. We're here to experience that, we're here to grow, we're here to learn, you know and for some get it faster than others, for some others don't. But how is that any of our business? This is something that I've learned from myself. And so maybe, maybe this is something that, you all, some of you all that listen to my channel, you all think in this way, or this is something you will be learning. This is something you're growing to learn. you know I know I stayed on that for a long time, but it's also speaking and having faith in others. Having faith in others, not just in yourself, not in just your obstacles and your challenges, but having faith in others, seeing their strengths, even in when the odds are against them, when people are against them, seeing their strengths of how they've gotten out of certain situations. I know they're gonna get out of this situation. Especially if there's been people who have inspired you in the life. Maybe they just may be going through a bump that this is way more challenging than the other. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I know I went everywhere with that, but that faith, trusting in, that your deepest needs will be met in this time. What's another message? Courage. Wow. May the fire within me be activated to courageously seek the truth, accomplish all my endeavors, and let go of all that doesn't serve me. May the fire within me be activated to courageously seek the truth, accomplish all my endeavors, and let go of all that doesn't serve me. So basically, this courage is speaking of those that, may be on a journey of, truth, of accomplishing your endeavors, and, sticking to it, and believing in it, believing that, having that faith and believing, that, you know, um, every need will be met, everything that you want will be accomplished, and continuing the journey, continuing to live, continuing to believe in yourself, continuing to know that, to trust in the divine source, and to have that courage in that. And this is also speaking to those who, you may be, you know focusing on your sacral chakra, or you may be guided to focus more on your sacral chakra, of, the courage, having that courage, to create, having that courage to believe in yourself. Maybe there's some blockages, or there's some energy that's, stagnant in that area, that you may be guided to become more self-aware about, because maybe you're not courageous in this area, in some areas in your life. And there may be something in your intuition that is guiding you towards something to help you in this area, so that you can get that fire, that you can, activate that fire within, so that you can, seek the things that you want to seek, do the things that you want to do, and let go of the things that, don't serve you. And I believe that, this is something that you may be doing, or this is something that you will be doing, letting go of, that blocked energy, that stagnant energy, so that you can, have that courage, so you can activate that fire within, and have that courage to seek the truth, and accomplish, the things that you want to accomplish in this life, and do it, in a beautiful way. What's another message for you? Right action. Wow, divine, help me to let go of all the things that doesn't serve me on this new path. I trust in your divine guidance. This allows me to free up space to receive all that is for me. Help me to let go of all the things that doesn't serve me. And I just spoken of this with the courage, when you're able to have that faith and trust in it, and trust in the courage that you have within. This will help you on your new path. This is something that you're releasing in this time right now. You're releasing, things that don't serve you. You're releasing old ways and beliefs and habits that don't serve you, because there's a new path that is for you, that you will be stepping into, with who you have become, with the lessons and the wisdom and the growth of who you have become. Basically, your higher self. You being in alignment with your higher self. And this is the right action. This is the right action. What you've done, your faith that you've had, that courage that you're trying to build, this is the right action, because it's helping you form your new path. This is helping you with your new path, with you in your life, because you've trusted in divine guidance. This is helping you along your journey, along your new path. And you will continue to be divinely guided within your new path. And when you let go of the things that don't serve you, you're able to fill in that space with what does. This is, what's going to happen within your new path as well. This is preparing you for that new path as well. And I have here you have here the butterfly, which speaks of transformation. It's another message. Root chakra. I now have a foundation that is firm and stable. Through the divine, I am supported, stable, and protected. So this is a reminder in this time. You could be working on your root chakra. You could be healing your root chakra, or you could be guided to heal and pay more attention to your root chakra. What could be blocking this chakra? You may be guided right now to pay attention to what could be blocking it. What are you needing from this chakra? What is causing this chakra to even be blocked? Maybe there's some instability that's in your life that may have been bothering you, and you're being guided to have the faith and to have the courage to, continue to move forward in this area so that you can get the stability that you want. You're trying to focus. You maybe got it right now to focus more on how can you build a strong foundation for yourself so that you can have that stability that you want, that secure stability. And maybe one of the ways is you already knowing that you have it. That's with that faith. You already know that you have it because you have the divine with you, because you are divine, because divine source has always been here. That is a reflection. Do I want to say that? That is a reflection of stability. That's a reflection of support and protect, because you've been here. You got to think, how have you been able to make it all of this time? You've always had that stability within. You've always had that support within. You've already always had that protection. You've gotten through so much. You've been supported through so much. There's things that you've been protected from that you know about, and there's a lot that you've been protected from that you have no idea about. And so this is something that you maybe got it to look at so that you can heal and unblock this chakra, and so that you can see it for yourself, so you can know it for yourself, so that you can feel it for yourself, and so it can also reflect in the physical as well. I hope that's really, resonating with you. I hope that is making sense with you. So you may be guided right now to focus more. So right now you may be in a time of, trying to figure out, your stability, trying to figure out, more about, your foundation, and going to these areas and really pinpointing where this chakra may have gotten blocked, where this chakra may have got, become stagnant or dormant in, can help you in this way. And this can always go back to the real root, some things that may have happened in your childhood. I've spoken of abandonment energy. I've spoken of, insecurities, about yourself. I've spoken about, all of that. And, that also, and they also speak of, maybe as a child you felt unprotected. It's all wanting you to go within so that you can know that you were never alone. Yes, it may have been showing physically, but you're being guided to see how did you get this far if there wasn't something, a source that was guiding you. How did you get out of the situations that you've gotten out of if you wasn't protected? How did you have the things, physical things, if you wasn't supported? And this is a reminder for you. This is a reminder for you to go to those places, go to that, and speak the truth in it, and for yourself, and so that they can go out into the universe, so that you can reflect outwardly what you really feel and what you really know. I hope that made sense. Let's go. See, 333. It's time to be courageous in your endeavors. Have faith in this time and know that this will be accomplished. So it's speaking of, it's going back to that courage. This all 333 also speaks on planning. It also speaks on planning, and it also speaks on, trusting in the divine plan as well, and being courageous, and having that courage to trust in the divine plan. And this is really just, this 333 is really summing up of, remember we saw the faith and we saw the courage. And this is basically what is in this message. It says it's time to be courageous in your endeavors. Have faith in this time and know that this will be accomplished. And I even spoken of that as well, of, the accomplishment. So this is really just summing up everything that I just said. As I go down, as I continue to go, it's just summing up everything that I've already said. And that's what's beautiful about these messages. That's what's beautiful about just being in this energy where, we're able to set the intention and allow the intention. Also, 3 is a powerful number. You could be seeing 333. You also may be seeing things in 3, hearing things in 3. paying attention to three things in three, you know, and there's something that you may be guided to be courageous about when you see, when you, whatever you hearing, wherever you seeing, that maybe you're seeing something three times, maybe you're doing something, whatever it is, maybe it's something that you're being guided to be courageous in that area about, or seek, or try to learn more about whatever is being presented to you. That message may be for someone. It's another message for you. Fire. Wow. And this is about to sum it up. This fire element. This is what this was speaking of. It says, a time to shine and to burn any negativity that has kept you dormant. So we've spoken of faith. We've spoken of courage. We've spoken of divine. What was the other one? Right action. So there may, all in all, there's a path that is being, that you are attracting. You may have already attracted this path, and you're being guided to have the faith, to continue to have courage, to know that this is the right action, to trust and to plan so that you can get the outcome that you want. And for some, this is, you're preparing for this, so you're about to go down this new path, and you're being guided to have the faith, to be courageous during this time of this preparation, and to know that this is the right action, and to plan, to have the courage to let your faith and your courage guide you on to this new path, and to know that this path, there we go, is going to bring you the stability, the security, the support, the protection, first, that was already there, but it's going to reflect outwardly. And this could, whatever this new path it may be it may be, you may be using your gifts, your abilities, your talents. You may be, you may be in a place where you're able to really do something that is very passionate to you, and it's going to bring you, it's going to attract everything that you have been wanting for yourself. With this fire element, it's speaking of shining that, letting that fire be activated and shining that, being the light. I've spoken of that light as well, actually being the light in the dark places, because this is something that you're going to be doing as well, being the light in dark places. And also just letting that light the way for you, letting that faith light the way for you, letting that fire within be the light outwardly. Also, is speaking of going back to that sacral chakra that I was speaking of, unblocking it, activating that fire, so you can, removing all the things, releasing all the things that is needed, so that you can activate that fire, so that it can literally burn that negative energy, so it can literally melt those blockages, remove that stagnant energy, because fire, when fire burns, fire hurts. For some, if you've mastered the feeling, some people can master that feeling of fire being, on their skin or on their body. That's, you can master that. I was just trying to give probably wasn't a good metaphor, but I was just trying to give a metaphor of how much fire can really dissolve and really burn and really, clear out some stuff, being guided to let that fire within be activated and shine it as well. I really hope that this message resonated with you. Sending you so much love and light. May you get it through the wind.